Welcome back to BrainFLoTv / Hot Topics TV. If you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the topic. Question of the day is, do you think that Rihanna showing up to court, to ASAP Rocky's court sessions, is going to influence the verdict? Is going to influence the minds of the jury members so that they may, in his favor, say he is innocent, not guilty, based on the fact that they might be huge Rihanna fans? Yes or no? Well, when this all started, they said they weren't sure if Rihanna was going to be showing up to ASAP Rocky's joint. Rihanna showed up. Not only did she show up, she showed up at the most important moment. She showed up right when ASAP Relli was testifying against ASAP Rocky, and they took a break. You know when the story gets really good and you get to that part where everything's about to pop off and then that commercial hit? That's what they did to this case. And then they started again the next day where ASAP Relli picked up on the stand where he left off at. So the previous day, he talked about how ASAP Rocky and him got into an argument over the phone. He heard ASAP Rocky dissing him. ASAP Rocky didn't know that he could hear it because he was riding in the car with the homie, and the homie had put the phone on speaker. So he confronted ASAP about it. ASAP said, well, let's meet up and let's get to it. Boom, bang. They met up. He thinking ASAP Rocky is going to be just the bro, and we having a discrepancy, but it's going to be all good. We a bit angry at each other right now, but we was going to work it out. But instead, ASAP Rocky started yelling profanities from across the street. Fuck you, nigga. I'm going to kill you, bitch. And ran right over there to him and started grabbing him by the neck, choking him up and all that, and then pulled out a pistol and held it to his face. I'll kill you right now. And then pointed it to his stomach. And the court said, pause. Right there. We will pick up tomorrow right here where you will continue to tell that story. Yo, everybody was like, damn, I'm on the edge of my seat. It's starting to become somewhat entertaining, like a little short Netflix series and all that. Well, the next day, Rihanna made an appearance in court. That was on Wednesday to support her boyfriend, ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky is facing like 24 years in prison, y'all. Now, I keep saying it. I said it from the beginning. I said it before this even started. I don't know if y'all know this, but before ASAP Rocky was even given a deal to where he would only have to serve, 180 days, 6 months, and then like some years of probation and some other something, and he turned it down. Before they even got to this point, the judge actually tried to get them in mediation so they could settle this before it actually goes to court. It's one of these things where the state did not want to spend money on a trial, and the state believed that they could have settled this out of court amicably. ASAP Relli should have been brought to the table. Rihanna could have stepped in, just like she's stepping in a courtroom now. Or ASAP Rocky could have said, yo, babe, let me hold $2 million. And they pay ASAP Relli off, and he signs some paperwork, and they get back to the judge. Both parties tell the judge it's settled. No need to go any further. Case would have been thrown out of court. They decided they wasn't going to do that. I don't know if ASAP Relli said, I don't want no amount of money they giving me. This is not about the money for me. But I don't think he said that because he has a civil lawsuit against them as well as a criminal lawsuit. I don't know if y'all know that either. So right now, this is the criminal lawsuit. ASAP Rocky blows trial. He's looking at a lot of years behind bars like Tory Lanez. After this, there will be a civil lawsuit where ASAP Relli will be trying to get some money as well. Let's put it like this. If ASAP Rocky blows trial, gets found guilty in any way, you could just consider ASAP Relli winning at the civil trial because it only makes sense. 1 + 1 is 2. He's going to be over there. You already got found guilty in a criminal court. Now let's pay me over here in a civil court. Kind of like if you look at the Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez case. Tory Lanez got found guilty in the criminal court. He's in prison. He's guilty. It's set in stone that he's guilty and sentenced. He's a felon. Megan can now go to a civil court and said, when he shot me in my foot, it took away this much amount of work time from me. I was unable to tour. I was unable to perform. I had 50 gigs lined up, each paying $1 million. That's $50 million. I lost all those because I had to sit down because I couldn't dance around on the stage like I would because my foot was injured. Then another 50 mil for pain and suffering and doctor bills and all the other stuff, emotional distress. $100 million. Bankrupt Tory Lanez if the judge agrees with it. You understand? So that's the route that ASAP Relli is taking to this trial. Rihanna showed up in court, you know, knowing that her man facing decades behind bars. This is just my personal opinion. I think they talked about this the night before she came to court. And she is like, yo, he up there on the stand telling a pretty convincing story. We know we influential people, especially me. Not something that I want or whatever. It is what it is. I've been blessed with this. So let me show up in court. Let me cause some distractions. Let me cause some sympathy in the minds of the jury members. Hopefully they'll rule in your favor. Because if we just let ASAP Relli keep talking, you going to prison. And I don't want to be out here with these babies all by myself, especially if they give you a whole decade behind bars. Now, again, this is my personal opinion also. If ASAP Rocky gets 10 years in prison, I don't think Rihanna going to be holding that coochie for him for 10 years. And I also think it'll be stupid of him to think that Rihanna ain't giving that shit up in 10 years. Rihanna, island girl. They spicy by nature. At some point during them 10 years, she's going to want some wood in that fire. You heard me? Right. So she might be available to him after he comes home for whatever years he gets. But I don't think it's going to be locked away, sealed up, waiting for him to come unlock that coochie. Now, Rihanna appeared in court. They say she was wearing an all-black ensemble with a turtleneck and a trench coat. Reportedly, she sat beside ASAP Rocky's mother and his sister in the front row of the courtroom with several security guards sat around them. ASAP Rocky is facing prison time for shooting ASAP Relli in 2021. And he is charged with 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic weapon. He has pled not guilty, but pleading not guilty don't mean nothing. We're going to see what comes out in the wash. We're going to see what comes out in court. Rihanna shares 2 children with ASAP Rocky. She has stuck beside her man throughout this whole thing. There are a lot of people out there who are giving her hell right now. Like, damn, Rihanna, all that money you made, all that fame, all the blessings, you sure chose the right one for your baby daddy. Wow. First Chris Brown, now this. Wow. Seems like you're attracted to a certain type of ninjas. Wow. Damn. If y'all remember, right, ASAP Rocky house got raided. I believe it was in April of 2022 when him and Rihanna were coming back to the country from Barbados, and they landed in the airport, right? Prosecutors alleged that on November 6th of 2021, ASAP Rocky pointed a gun at his former friend ASAP Relli in a confrontation, and he fired the gun twice in his direction, trying to shoot him. He missed. Didn't get a solid shot, but he got grazed. Now, ASAP Relli, whose real name is Terrell Efron, he testified against ASAP Rocky in an earlier hearing that ASAP Rocky held the gun to his head, then moved it to his stomach. He said, I think he was just looking for a place to shoot me, like where I'm going to shoot him at, in the head or in the belly. So he put the gun in both places. That's what he said on the stand. He said, I'll kill you right now. I said, go ahead and do it then, pussy. And he fired off 2 shots. Bow, bow. It's alleged that one of the shots hit ASAP Relli's hand. But he also reported the shooting the following day when a warrant was issued for ASAP Rocky's arrest. 2 9mm shell casings were recovered because ASAP Relli claims that after ASAP Rocky fired the gun, he ran in one direction. I ran in another direction because I'm thinking I'm hit or I'm going to get hit. And then I doubled back and I looked at the scene and I found the 2 casings. I picked them up, brought them to the police myself. Again, I don't know why people are calling him a snitch. If you point a gun at me, you are trying to take my life. You are trying to maim me or mess me up permanently. Imagine, death is one thing, right? But imagine if somebody shoots you and you don't die, but you end up a vegetable in a wheelchair, needing to wear Pampers for the rest of your life. You ever seen somebody in that situation? And to know that your homeboy could have done that to you, right? Paralyzed from the neck or the waist down. Any of these other situations. So me telling on you in the courtroom what happened and what you tried to do or did to me, that's not considered snitching. Snitching is when 2 people commit a crime or an offense together and one of them get caught and the other one got away. And homie said to the police, listen, you could lessen my time or give me lower time in prison if I tell you who I did the crime with. I'm going to tell you where they live. I'm going to tell you how we did it, how we planned it, everything. And you let your homie go get picked up. That's snitching. We all know that ASAP Relli and ASAP Rocky were good friends back in the day. We all know the relationship went sour because ASAP Relli said that ASAP Rocky got all selfish and started coming around and calling him like every 6 months to a year. The more famous he got. We all know all that. At the pretrial hearing in November, ASAP Rocky's attorney attempted to spare him a court trial. He argued that the surveillance video of the rapper holding the gun should not be permissible as evidence. I told somebody before, right here on this channel, I said they have a video of him. The person shot back, stop putting out false information. You lying, you just trying to get views. Okay, this is my smaller channel on YouTube. But one thing I don't do is lie. I like to follow credible information. Now, whether they could prove that that's him 100% or not, according to prosecution, they do have a video. According to his attorney, who saw the video, it should not be allowed to be permitted as evidence. Why would his attorney be saying or be trying to get that piece of video thrown out? Prosecutors claim that the video shows ASAP Rocky firing the weapon, which the rapper's attorney denied. Detective Frank Flores of the Los Angeles Police Department testified at an earlier hearing that footage showed a gun in ASAP Rocky's hand, but when pressed by the defense, he conceded that a weapon was never recovered. We see him with the gun on video, but we don't know where the gun at. It was never recovered. Well, I hate to tell it to y'all who are fans of ASAP Rocky and wants him to beat this. If I see you with a gun on video and the police say you seen shooting the gun on video, the prosecution says it to the jury is not really concerned about if the prosecution is able to find the gun. For all they know, you're ASAP Rocky. You could have took a private jet and dropped that gun off in Timbuktu and came back. You could have took the yacht out for the weekend with your superstar wife Rihanna, threw that gun in the middle of the ocean and came back. Nobody could find it. So the issue is not about where is the gun. The issue is what type of proof do they have that he had a gun and shot the gun at ASAP Relli, which is the claim of video footage. Like I said before in the beginning, yo, ASAP Rocky should have took the damn deal. And I'm going to keep on saying it to the end, that he should have took the deal. I'm not in the business of seeing young, successful people, especially black, go down the drain for stupid things. But I got to look at this with an open mind. If I was in the position of ASAP Relli, would I be forgiving? Tell you the truth, that's just me. If I was actually ASAP Relli in real life, they would have paid me a bag and I would have disappeared. But who's to know if ASAP Relli is not thinking along the lines of, they might pay me a bag and then send somebody to kill me a couple of years down the road. So I got to make sure the world knows what he did. And make sure the world knows that he was guilty. That way, if anything ever happens to me, they will always look at Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. I don't know, man. This looks like playing chess right now versus checkers. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she showed up to court and boom, to support her man. A Superior Court Judge M.L. Viller said the totality of the video and testimony shows that there is sufficient evidence for the defendant to go to trial. And that is how they ended up at trial in the first place. Y'all keep that in mind. So Rihanna showing up in the courtroom. Could this be beneficial to ASAP Rocky? Yes, no, what do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV / BrainFLoTv. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.